Hello and welcome back to this channel. Today I'm going to be doing my full review and thoughts on the Chrome Niko f-stop backpack. It's the camera backpack from Chrome that is amazing, that I've been loving for about 2 months. When I first got this bag, when it first came out, I did a video which was an unboxing and just showing you in general my initial thoughts. Sorry, there's like a lawnmower outside and we moved, so the sound in this studio space is not as good as it used to be. Don't let it distract you too much because it's about this bag. So in that previous video, I showed you everything that I could fit into this bag because I was really trying to figure out, do I want to keep this bag? Do I want to return it to Chrome? Is it going to work for me? And the main thing that I was trying to figure out if it would work for is if this could be a bag that I could fit all the equipment that I need and enough clothes to go travel for 2 or 3 days. A lot of you have been waiting for this video and I'm sorry it's taken so long. To be totally honest, I really wanted to make sure that I had a lot of good information to share and that I had some pretty solid opinions about this bag before I did this video. Otherwise, what would really the point be? I've had it for 2 months. I've taken it to LA twice and I pretty much carry this bag with me every single day. And the reason I do that is because yes, it can fit all my equipment in it. If you want to see that video where I kind of unbox it and go through my initial thoughts, then I'll link to that in the description. You can see everything that I fit in here. I'm pretty sure I got like 3 lenses and 2 camera bodies, microphone, my Mavic Pro, and everything that I would need to fly the Mavic. So this bag does have a lot of space. That being said, there are a lot of things that I love about this bag and some things that I really think that Chrome could improve on. And first, also, by the way, I want to address a couple things that you all pointed out in the comments of the last video, some details that I had overlooked. So there is a laptop pocket right here, which for some reason I have this bag in there. It's a nice size laptop backpack. I'm pretty sure it fits a 13-inch. I'll put it for sure in the description, but also, you know, you can go to the product page. I'm gonna pull this out a little bit so you can see more. As you can see, like I said, not the most glamorous studio setup, but it's good enough. It'll work for this video. My first criticism is about this pouch, actually. It's a great size pouch. I don't have a laptop, so that was really why I overlooked it in the first video. But my criticism is that this zipper zips up, which doesn't really make sense to me because over time, gravity and vibration from you walking and doing your thing kind of lets this zipper start to drift downwards. So I've been out and about and I've noticed that my zipper's down here and half zipped. Obviously, I guess if you had a laptop, you'd probably be going in and out, so you'd be constantly zipping it back up. That's another complaint about these zippers, actually, is that sometimes they're not the smoothest. I think it's just because they wanted to really make sure that they were pretty weather resistant, I think. So, you know, you take the good with the bad, and I definitely have something that's more weather resistant and a little bit more difficult to zip up than vice versa. That would be my first, geez, look at this, come on. Right after I said how it's not that big a deal, now it's gonna get jammed. That would be my first criticism. I would say this zipper should have gone the opposite way. It should start down here and you zip it up to open it and then you zip it down to close it versus how it is now. The other thing that I overlooked, I'm pretty sure I overlooked this, is that there's like a little secret pocket back here. If you unzip this, or unvelcro it, then there's a little pouch in here, which is actually a pretty good amount of space. I think if you're gonna keep cash, this would probably be a good spot to keep it because from the outside, no one's really going to see it. So that would be one option for stuff that you want to be a little bit hidden. One thing that I really love about this bag is that these, I already removed them, but they are these straps that normally go right here, and these are waist straps. At first, especially on my first trip through the airport with this, I was just like, man, this is just extra kind of stuff that's unnecessary. And then I realized they're Velcro and they come off. I think that was an amazing choice from Chrome to be able to remove these waist straps. My other Chrome bag that I have from them, you cannot remove these. Also, that's actually another thing that I talked about in the other video, is how much I love chrome. I have a chrome roll top backpack that I've had for almost 10 years, and I love that bag so much, and it held up really, really, really well. So when I saw this bag for $200 or $220 or whatever the cost was, I thought, okay, if this is a bag that I can have for the next decade, I am more than happy spending that amount of money to get a product that I know is gonna be amazing because it's from Chrome, versus going with some other brand that I'm not super familiar with and possibly getting a product that I'm not super thrilled with. So let's get back to my criticisms, because I do have actually kind of a lot, especially for how much I love this bag. I have a lot of criticism. So one of them is that when you put it on, these little D-rings up here are really high up, and maybe I'm missing something, but I don't understand what these are for. I don't get it. Like, I don't get why they're there. I don't understand what they're supposed to be doing. So maybe that's just me. Tell me if there's something I'm missing here. Maybe I am. One thing that I love is I've actually put this carabiner on here, and then I have a little strap on my camera. Obviously I can't show you because I'm filming with it. But when I'm not using my camera, I can actually just clip it on here with the little strap that I have. And it's actually really nice to be able to be hands-free a little bit, you know, go to events and shake people's hands and that sort of thing without having to fumble around with the camera. So that's really nice. Oh, by the way, I also like this little chest strap. I love bags with chest straps. I feel like it really helps to relieve some of the pressure from the bag on the rest of your body, especially if you're in the airport and this is packed full of everything and it's heavy. Going back into things I love this pocket. Keep my passport up here, which is nice because since I take this bag with me everywhere, if for some reason I forget my wallet at home, I know I have my passport. So if a friend wants to go get a drink, I have my passport if I need to flee the country. Still loving this pouch up here too. Got a lot of room. When I travel, I put my kind of like bathroom necessities in a separate bag up in here, which I like. I like to have that compartment separate from where all my camera gear is, just in case something leaks or breaks open during travel. I don't want to have to worry about getting to my destination and having a camera covered in toothpaste or soap or anything. Okay, so opening this up, this is probably one of my biggest criticisms, is that I don't feel like this bag came with enough of these dividers, these foam dividers. That's kind of a weird criticism, and I'm sure I can just go to a camera store or go online and buy more of these dividers. Fine, not a big deal. It's just that for the price of this bag and for how big this compartment is, it seems weird to me that there's not more dividers. And this center divider, which is like kind of an S shape, is like really awkward, and I don't really get why it's the shape that it is. I think that maybe it would have been better if they had just had one that goes all the way down, top to bottom, that you can move around. Obviously, I'd still want it to come out, but it doesn't need to be this like excessively huge piece, this weird awkward shape. There have been a couple times when I've pulled everything out of this bag, including the dividers, to try to figure out what the best configuration for the dividers and all my gear is. And I tend to always end up with these giant compartments where stuff is just gonna be kind of bouncing around. And the whole point of a nice camera bag, for me at least, is so that everything can fit snugly in its little compartment. I don't wanna have to worry about stuff bouncing around. So that is a huge criticism of this bag. Obviously, that's not really that big a deal. For me, it's definitely not a big enough deal to not recommend this bag. I would 100% still recommend it. It's just, you know, something to consider. You might want to buy some bonus ones, or if you already have another camera bag, you can probably just throw those in here as well. I could do that, but I really want them to match. I know that's weird. That's what I wanted to do. It doesn't match. I kind of have mixed feelings about these zipper pouches, and the reason is because with how tall this divider is here, the center divider, sometimes when I have stuff in these pouches and then this closes, I can really feel that it's kind of hitting on the divider and then pressing through and pressing into my back. I don't know if there's a way for them to have made this any thicker, because it's pretty thick and it's a pretty comfortable bag. It's just that sometimes you gotta kind of push things into certain directions instead of just being able to like throw stuff into your bag and run out the door. Sometimes it takes a little bit of just moving stuff aside. Again, it's not a massive deal, but it's definitely, I've been in enough scenarios now with this bag where I've had something poking me in the back that I felt like it was worth mentioning. One other criticism that I have is about this tripod pocket, assuming that's even what this is. The reason that I'm kind of criticizing it is because it's just, I feel like it's kind of awkward. Like maybe this strap should have been a little higher. Let me show you what I mean. I have this tripod, which is nice and light and easy to travel with. And let me just show you what happens when I throw it in there. It's just not amazing. First of all, this pocket isn't that great for it. It doesn't really go that deep. And then I have this strap here, and this strap seems to like not stay tight. So even if I tighten it after I've been walking around a bit, it just kind of loosens itself from the vibration, and then I have this tripod kind of wiggling all over the place. It's okay having it there, but I've preferred to have it more on these, more on these skateboard straps, like this. Which is a lot more comfortable and distributes the weight a lot nicer. The only problem is it definitely adds a couple inches to the back of your bag, and I've definitely bumped into people and things as a result of that. So jumping back to the original reason why I bought this chrome Niko f-stop camera backpack, which is the longest name ever, is because I wanted to have a camera bag that could hold all of the gear that I want to travel with and still hold toiletries and bathroom accessories and some clothes for travel. And that was really the main reason why I waited so long to do this video, is I really wanted to make sure this bag really could do that. And yes, for me, since I only travel 2 or 3 or 4 days at a time, and oftentimes I wear the same pair of pants, this fits all my camera gear that I possibly need to travel with. Again, link to the video description where you can see everything that I packed into this bag when I first packed it up and really get a vibe for how much it fits. So it definitely fits enough for me, especially now that I'm shooting with 1 camera instead of 2 cameras. It's freed up a lot of space for clothes and other things. So 100% this bag is worth it. I would totally recommend this bag to anybody who wants a nice, solid camera bag. It's super comfortable, it's lightweight, it looks pretty badass, I don't mind saying myself. I really love the look of this bag. You're supporting an awesome company in chrome, and it's just all around a great bag. I really hope this was helpful. If there's any details that you feel like I missed in this video, any questions you had, leave them in the comments below. I promise I will respond as soon as I see your question. Let me know if you buy this bag. Let me know if you pick it up and what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope this was helpful.